Stephanie Milky here, aka Keto Mom, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the Keto Mom podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the Keto Mom Secrets podcast. Good morning. Welcome to the Keto Mom page. My name is Stephanie. Welcome. All right. I have a thought for you today. I was reading and just thinking. I think a lot, and I wanted to share something with you. So as you're tuning in, where are you tuning in from? I'm tuning in from Oklahoma, and it has been a lovely morning. Cheers. And if you're drinking ketones this morning, what's your favorite flavor, or what's in your shaker bottle? All right. Good morning, Rebecca. I have a thought for you, and I labeled this live, what causes true change? And listen, it could be any area of your life. But if you had to answer the question, what causes true change? If you have an answer, if you're like this, oh, I don't know. Oh, hello, Rosalie. She says she caught me live. Yes, you did. My live's a little bit later. I was reading this morning and chatting with my girls. If you are brand new to the page, I have 4 daughters, an incredible husband. I'm a homeschool mom. We travel a lot. We work from home. And every time I travel, I want to live in that place that I traveled to. I'm like, oh, I love Oklahoma. We lived here for 5 years. We don't live here currently. Our girls are here for a youth event. But I do love it. I actually love the people. And so in general, welcome. If I do not know you, post new in the comments. I would love to get to know you. And I love to talk about mindset. So listen, at any point in time, I can help you with your recipes. I can help you with food. I can help you with all of those things of how to get started and become a healthier version of you. You can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com and you can click on how to get started. There's a ton of recipes over there for you, but I love talking about mindset. And there's a couple things I truly feel like if you want true change in your life, there's a couple things that you have to have awareness around and you have to work on. And so I labeled this live, what is going to help you have true change in your life? I think I said, what causes true change? And if you knew the answer, you can share below. I'm going to share with you what I think causes true change. There's a couple words that come to mind. I would say awareness is like an overview, but the word that pops into my mind is self-mastery. And you might be like, what does that even mean? Self-mastery. To me, I wrote a couple things down this morning. Self-mastery is stop listening to yourself and start talking to yourself. And you might be like, wait, hold on a second. Oftentimes when I listen to something, all right, there's certain people that I follow, certain people that I look to as mentors, whether they're personal mentors and I meet with them, and there's 2 of them that live here in Oklahoma, or online mentors, right? And so one of my mentors said, you need to stop listening to yourself and start talking to yourself. I have a funny hair that's like itching my forehead. I'm going to say it again because I had to listen to this for a second and I was like, all right, what does that actually mean? I need to stop listening to myself and I need to start talking to myself. Self-mastery over my mindset. How often do you let other people's words or other external things get into your mind? And then you let it run this race of a negative mindset or a I can't or I will never or a it will never be me mindset. Your mindset, the way you look at things in life is going to determine what you have. It's self-mastery over this. Because when you get self-mastery over this, guess what happens? You find yourself having positive conversations, being thankful for what you have, having a different perspective on life, having higher level conversations, choosing your peer group wisely, making choices even on your food when other people aren't all around you. And so stop listening to yourself and start talking to yourself. Stop listening to the negative voices and start telling yourself the person that you are going to become and the choices that you're going to make. If you want true change in your life, it's going to start with this. It's going to start with you stopping the things that you're thinking about negatively over yourself and going, who do I want to become? What are the changes I actually want to see? And you start telling your mind what to think. And you're like, that's so weird. But I'm going to tell you, if you actually sit back and think about it, you, with your words, speaking over your life, the things that you want to become, the person that you want to be, and the choices that you're going to make is going to start shifting the way that you think. You guys, your words are so powerful. Your words have the power of death and life. The words that you speak are like a seed, right? And seeds, when they are planted, grow. And if you're constantly speaking negativity over yourself or your body or the people around you, you're planting a little seed every day, right? If you're speaking negative, we're just going to talk about you right now. You could take this into all of the relationships in your life. But every word that you speak is a seed, and the seed that you plant is what's going to grow. So if you're looking at your life and you're like, wait, I didn't want this, I want you to just go, what did I speak over myself? What are the words that I'm allowing to come out of my mouth? Sorry. The words that come out of my mouth, because they plant a seed, right? And so what you see growing is a result of what starts here and what comes out of this. Now you can change it. You can start changing it by going, all right, I'm going to start taking control of my thoughts. I'm going to pay attention and have an awareness of who I'm listening to and what I'm watching and who I'm around. I might have to make some hard changes, shutting off the TV, not going straight to my phone and start scrolling when I should be having a little bit of morning time to myself and having a heart of gratitude. Who am I watching? What am I allowing other people to say about me? Who are in my peer group? What are the words that I'm speaking? If there's one thing you can pay attention to, is what are you saying over yourself? There's a book that we went through called The Power to Change. And in that book, he talks about you need to know who you are before you can change the things that you do. It's who before the do. And if you don't see yourself as a healthier version of you, a stronger version of you, a happier version of you, like if you don't physically see that, how are you going to actually implement the change that you want to see, right? I want you today, and you want to know what? I can share this later. I did a live, I need to go find it, all about how to do positive affirmations over yourself. And I gave you an actual guideline of here's how you would say affirmations. Why to do affirmations? What does that even mean? Like, can I physically look at myself in the mirror and be like, I love you? Like, you are amazing. You are so strong. Because when you know who you are, you'll know what to do. When you know who you are, you're going to know the actions. You're going to want to take those actions to make yourself a better you. And so when I'm done with this, I'm going to share this in my stories, but I also will give you the guidelines of what it means to actually have positive affirmations. Or if you don't even know what that means, it's legitimately learning how to speak life over yourself. So I will give you that guideline. I have to go find the live. I think it was a couple months ago, but I'll share that in the comments. Actually, I'll just find it. I'll find it and share it in the comments. I'll share it in my stories. If you want that live, just post affirmations in the comments, and I'll get that to you. But here's a thought, okay? If you know that what you want will change. Okay, I'm sorry. You know what you want. If you know what you want. If you know what you want, then you've got to figure out what it's going to take to get that change, right? Some of you don't even know what you want. Some of you don't even know who you are. That's what we have to start with. So here's another word. So if I said, all right, what is it that creates true change in your life? Self-mastery, understanding your mindset, paying attention to the power of your words, and taking action on what you know. So if you're here and you're like, listen, Stephanie, I just want to lose weight. Awesome. If you really don't know who you are and you've got this negative mindset, you probably know what to do, but it's the negativity up here that stops you, right? What creates true change? Self-mastery, which is action over your mindset, over your words, over action, over going to the gym. It's action that's going to change your life. So action creates change over your mindset, over the food that you choose. So it's you understanding, knowing who you are, and then knowing what you need to do, and then taking those actions to create change, and really understanding that it takes time. But listen, little things every single day. We talk about different habits. We talk about intentional action. We talk about consistency over time. Will get you to where you want to go. Sometimes I feel like a broken record. But in a record that goes over and over again, or the things that you hear over and over again, eventually I hope that you understand that it's the action that you need to take. It's not just sitting, it's not just learning, it's not just gathering all this information, it's not just watching 18 keto people online and knowing that someday you'll take the action. Sometimes we allow too many voices in our head. Sometimes we watch too many people or we read too many books. Like, there is wisdom, or there is a lot of wisdom to be learned, but if you're constantly taking it all in and not putting out the work, it doesn't work for you. So I said a lot of stuff, but I will tell you, in having true change over your life is going to take self-mastery. With self-mastery comes awareness of what you're doing, awareness of what's going on in here, what you're speaking, and taking the action that you know you need to do. Going to the gym, packing your lunch, reading a good book, following or getting a mentor, having accountability, little baby steps over time, right? Those things will change your life, because when you're like, I know who I am. I'm not this, or I'm not the person that I want to be, but I can become that person with learning and growing and taking action of what other people are teaching me. And oftentimes we overcomplicate it. It is taking just a little bit of time of being aware of your thoughts, taking 5 seconds and giving yourself some, like, all right, am I going to eat the donut or am I not going to? If I know who I want to become, it's easier for me to say no to the donut. If I know who I want to become or who I am, if I'm speaking positively over myself, then I'm not going to skip the gym. Then I'm not going to beat myself up in my own mind or with my own words. Then I'm not going to go through the drive-through, or I don't know. Does that make sense? There's lots of different routes that we could go down. So, self-mastery. I think it's important. Your mindset is important. Awareness of what's going on in your world. And realizing that we can be so bombarded with so much information. In the end, every single day, you have choices to make. It requires you to take action on what you know. So, thank you. I love it. Okay. Thank you for tuning in. Your presence matters. Listen, you can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com. It's getting warm out. It's supposed to be 103 degrees today in Oklahoma. Hey, where are you tuning in from? And tell me what the weather's like. All right. If you're just tuning in, I saw a couple of new people pop on. We just talked about what creates true change. I talked about self-mastery, awareness, mindset, action, who you are becoming. So go watch the rest of it. Go rewind it. Tell me what the weather is where you're tuning in from, because we are about to hit 103 degrees today. What do you do in Oklahoma when it's 103 degrees? You better hop in a pool. So, all right. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Audrey, I know Florida is hot. 90s in Massachusetts. For real? That's wild. I think in Minnesota, where we live, it's like 80, maybe. All right. I love that, Brittany. All right. Thank you for tuning in. You can always go to KetoMomSecrets.com and you can click on Book Club. You can click on How to Get Started. You can click on I mail out ketones. I actually have got a handful that my mother-in-law is mailing for me. So you might be like, Stephanie, you're traveling. I have somebody that helps me mail out the trial packs. If you've never tried them, post trial below because you need some ketones. They're incredible. And it looks like everybody is dealing with a heat wave right now. It is hot everywhere. So guess what? We all get to stay cool. Drink your ketones, drink your water, and drink your electrolytes. If there is 3 things I'm going to say, I drink ketones because they're amazing. You need to have half your body weight in ounces of water, especially with the heat, and electrolytes because your body sweats them out. You're going to feel way better if you do those 3 things. For sure, water and electrolytes. If you don't have ketones, let's chat. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you very soon. Bye.